Many filmmakers, like myself, want to record their voiceovers at home. But how can we get good results without spending a lot of cash? Is it really that important? Well, it's been said that 80% of a good video is good audio. When watching a movie, we may tolerate a poor image, but our ears are less likely to tolerate poor sound. This is because everywhere we listen to audio, we hear top quality, highly engineered sound. If the viewers of our videos don't hear the same quality sound, they'll quickly switch off. With this in mind then, how can we create our voiceover recordings to the highest standard possible? Before we consider equipment, we need to consider how we can create a good recording environment. All recording engineers will agree the recording environment has a greater effect on recording quality than microphones and other equipment. Recording engineers, of course, will have access to a purpose-built studio that has thick, soundproof walls to cut down external noise and a padded interior that is designed to reduce echoes and reverberation. It would be nice if we could have that, but maybe like me, many of you are squeezed into a tiny space in the corner of a bedroom. How can we achieve a studio-like sound in such an inconvenient space? First, we need to make sure our space is quiet. There may be a computer beside us with fans whirring. There may be noise coming from people in other rooms, or traffic noise coming from outside the building. All of these sounds need reducing or removing before we can make a clean recording. Most noise travels through the air and enters the room through the windows and doors. Keeping it out will require some serious construction work. The simplest alternative is to wait until it's quieter before we record. The second area to address is reverberation. We're familiar with how our voices echo in large, empty rooms. It's a characteristic that's been exploited for centuries to enhance the sound of choral singing. The echoes still occur in small rooms, but they're shorter. You might call them micro-echoes, but they're normally referred to as reverberation, and they make our voiceovers sound unpleasant. So to reduce reverberation, even in small rooms, we need to make extensive use of sound-absorbing materials. Fortunately, it's fairly easy to treat an area for reverb as long as you're using the right sort of sound-absorbing materials. It's possible to buy sound booths, but while they're quite effective, they're quite expensive and very claustrophobic to work in. There are also many foam panels sold online that claim to reduce reverberation. While they look very good, they won't help very much in our situation. While they might reduce high-frequency sounds, they are less effective at voice frequencies. Only heavy-duty padding, such as blankets, will be truly effective. Unfortunately, blankets are not good at reducing noise transmission, that is, sound travelling through them. So hanging them over windows or doors will not significantly reduce the sound coming from the outside, especially from low-frequency noise like traffic. You will still need to record at a quiet time. With these principles in mind, how can we turn our workstation or desk into an effective recording booth? In my case, I have a small dedicated area for my office with a wardrobe right behind me. The hard, sound-reflecting door panels are very bad for audio. But in the end, I managed to turn them to my advantage. I stretched some curtain poles across from the wardrobe to a shelf installed for this very purpose, and I attached wooden crossbars using clamps designed for mop handles. Over these, I draped a duvet, and behind me, I suspended a thick mattress topper. This is denser and more effective than a simple duvet. We mustn't forget that the desk and the wall behind the computer are also highly reflective, and here I make good use of bath towels. The wall tiles are specialist ones, also sourced online. Of course, you may not have a wardrobe behind you. In that case, if your carpentry skills are lacking, I can recommend a couple of sets of these backdrop stands. Along with an IKEA shelf, a couple of broom handle clips and some battening, a solid frame support can be created. Now that we've created a useful space for recording, the next part of this series will consider microphones and recording techniques.